How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Rundown. I don't want to call it a frustrating loss. I mean, every loss is frustrating, I guess. It's only the second time this season the Rangers have been shut out, which is frustrating whenever your team gets shut out. I guess the game just ended and I'm still processing my emotions, so maybe I'm just struggling to find the right words, but I'll go with frustrating, I guess. Shesterkin missed his 5th straight game tonight. Hopefully he's back in the middle of this week. He'll probably go on the road trip with the Rangers when they go Colorado Tuesday, Arizona Wednesday. Maybe he plays one of those games. Hopefully he does. Tonight was game 600 for Chris Kreider, so congratulations to him. And Hayek makes an appearance for the first time this season, and Lundqvist gets a healthy scratch. Kreider, Zibanejad, Kakko, Panarin, Strome, Hunt, Lafreniere, Hedl, Gauthier, Rooney, Goudreau, Reeves, Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Trouba, Nemeth, Hayek, and Georgiev in net. Georgiev playing well in the absence of Shesterkin, including tonight. He is now 3-1. So in the 4 games he's played with Shesterkin being injured, he's 3-1. So that's pretty much all you can ask for your backup goalie, is to win 3 out of every 4 games that they're put in for. So tonight was frustrating, but the Rangers moved to 18-6-3, which is still a fantastic record. You can't freak out over every single loss because no team is going to go 82-0. So the Rangers didn't play poorly tonight. You could say the first period was the typical Rangers slow to start. But I think second period, third period, the Rangers really turned it on. They just played against a really physical team and a very hot goalie. So frustrating, yes. Disappointing? I wouldn't say I'm disappointed in the players. Frustrated with the loss, but they played a good team. We get into the first period. Third and fourth lines have decent early shifts. Gauthier with a net drive early. Hunt makes a very confident move in the offensive zone to keep possession. This is something I've noticed with players. I've watched enough hockey at this point in my life to know where some of the options are for a player when they have the puck and they're getting barreled down on by a player. Players like Panarin and Fox, they will hold on to the puck for as long as they can before moving it, especially if moving it is going to be the obvious choice that everybody else on the ice sees. Players on the fourth line, specifically for the Rangers, as soon as they get a little bit of pressure, they either just rim the puck right around the glass or they throw it somewhere that's extremely obvious. But Hunt made a very confident move where he keeps the puck to himself and he does his best to try and shake the Nashville player that's on him instead of immediately just throwing the puck away to let Nashville maybe try and take it. So that was nice to see from Hunt. 4 minutes in, Georgiev stays off a couple of net front shots, so he plays well to start. 5 minutes in, neither team able to really set things up. Shots 5-3 in favor of Nashville, and hits 11-1 in favor of Nashville. Nashville playing a very, very physical game the entire game. Rangers took a period to catch up to that, but then the Rangers played a very physical game periods 2 and 3. 7 minutes in, fourth line has a very good shift. Goudreau has a steal to keep the puck in the zone. 8:03, Georgiev makes a great save against a shot from the bottom circle and the rebound chance right after. So we're only halfway through the first period, and Georgiev is looking very confident. 10:16, little over halfway through, Georgiev gives the puck away to Nashville. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Georgiev is not fantastic handling the puck, and I get very nervous whenever he touches it. 10:16, Hedl takes a hooking penalty. Good early save and a clear, and then another good save and a clear right after that. Great save from a slot shot. Great save from a slot shot right after the power play finished. 14:26, Tolvanen takes a hooking penalty. Early hard shot by Panarin goes off of Zibanejad's skate, then off of Kreider, and flies through the crease behind Saros. In the moment, it looked like it went off the pipe or the crossbar, but it ended up bouncing off Kreider and flying straight through. A Hunt shot bounces in off of a Nashville player and almost goes into the net. So Hunt's in the corner. He throws it towards the net. It goes off of Yossi's skate and almost goes right into the net. That would have been a goal. The power play gave the Rangers some momentum to end the period, so they spend the first 3/4 of the first period just trying to catch up with Nashville. And then after that power play, they start to get a little steam back. Nashville, 20 hits in that first period. That's how physically this team plays. You can try and set up whatever you want, but Nashville is going to make you pay the price every time you touch the puck. That's just the style of game they play, and tonight it worked. 12 of Nashville's 18 players were credited with at least one hit in the first period. Shots 13-6 in favor of Nashville, but Georgiev playing extremely well. Second period, Rangers start off with a minute straight of offensive zone pressure, cycling the puck, keeping it in, getting stuff to the net. And then at 1:44, Tomasino would score the only goal of the game. Rangers players were out of position. The puck goes around to a corner. The Rangers kind of move over to that side of the ice. They leave Tomasino alone in the slot. He's able to get the feed, puts it right in past Georgiev. 3 minutes in, Lafreniere has a takeaway and a chance in front. Strome and Hunt have a give and go to the slot, but that's broken up. Hedl on this one shift, partway through the second period, Hedl has 3 attempts on goal, 3 shot attempts, 2 of which are deflected by Nashville players, and then 1 of which Saros saves. So Hedl has got to be just frustrated on that one shift specifically. The whole game, sure, but that one shift, he had 3 pretty good chances to get it to the net. 2 were deflected by Nashville players, and 1 Saros saw and caught. 9 minutes in, the first line has a good shift. It's just almost impossible to get clean looks against this Nashville team. As soon as you touch the puck, somebody is on you, pushing it off your stick, hitting you into the boards. They're getting their sticks into passing lanes. It took almost half the game for the Rangers to finally figure it out. They have to play faster. They have to pass the puck faster, and they just need to be thinking one step ahead if they're going to get around all of this Nashville craziness. Halfway through the period, Nashville gets extended ozone time, shots 4-4 halfway through this period. So Rangers figure out how to tighten up in the second period and not allow Nashville to shoot on the net as much. 5:30 left, Lindgren makes a strong move to the net. You could have assumed it was Gauthier the way he was just going straight towards the net. 16:30, Trouba has a big hit on Kunin. So again, the other 2 hits that some people who don't understand hockey are giving Trouba a lot of flack for. He understands it's part of the game. He obviously feels bad that Kara had to go to the hospital, but big, clean hits are part of the game, and Trouba understands that, and he's not shying away from it, so good for him. First line has a chance during the shift. Second line has a chance on their shift, so Rangers really pushing. End of the second period, pushing, trying to get shots, trying to even it up at 1. End of the second period, shots 10-6 for the Rangers in that period. Very physical game. Rangers are playing faster. We get into the third period. Nashville's 11-0. Now they're 12-0 when they take a lead into the third period. So if Nashville has a lead in the third period, they're pretty much guaranteed to win because just the style of hockey they play. You have to pass the puck very accurately and very quickly in order to have a chance to even get to the net. And then at that point, you still have to get past Saros, who is playing out of his mind. So this team could storm for a good chunk of the rest of the season and make it to first in the Central. I wouldn't be surprised. Minnesota would have to fall off a little bit, but you know what? Though if Nashville keeps playing the way they played tonight, they have a shot of really, really pushing up in the standings. Big save in the second minute of the period by Georgiev. Nashville continues the pressure. Georgiev standing tall. 5 minutes in, Nashville's just shutting everything down. 6:25, McCarron takes a tripping penalty, and it's at this point in the game where Rangers needed a goal. This is the power play where the Rangers can score. They can even it up with the momentum on their side and maybe push to win it in regulation. Strome was stopped twice on goals that against most other teams, probably would have went in. There was a cross-ice feed that Saros bolted over and stopped. And then there was another one. Strome has it in the slot, and Saros makes a very good glove save. 4 shots on goal on that power play. None of them were able to go in. And at that point, I thought it's going to be really hard for the Rangers to tie this game unless they get another power play. Because you wouldn't know it watching this game, but Nashville's penalty kill is towards the bottom of the league. They did allow 4 shots on goal in that power play, but Saros just stood really tall, and your goalie's your best penalty killer, and Nashville proved that tonight. 4th line, Gaudreau has a shot from the slot. There were 3 or 4 shots in a row from the Rangers towards past the half point of this third period where they're just shooting just directly at Saros. There's no traffic in front. They're not using Nashville players as screens. They're just shooting right at Saros. And I'm thinking, why are you wasting possession just shooting it right at Saros? He's going to stop it every single time. Like, get traffic, hold on to it for a little bit longer, see if you could set something up. But they're just throwing it right at the net, saying, here, Saros, catch it. Here, we'll just take another face-off, thanks. It was getting really frustrating. There was a missed interference call on Rooney with about 8 minutes left, which the fans were not happy about. I was also not happy about. 18:26, Georgiev to the bench, and Rangers call a timeout. Rangers push really hard, but they do come up short, and they end up losing 1-0 to the Nashville Predators, a team that they beat earlier in the season. So the season series between these two teams is 1-1. The stats at the end of the game, shots 32-24 Rangers. So Rangers storming back after that first period and really pushing. After the first period, Nashville only had 11 shots. So Nashville had 13 shots in the first period. Through the rest of the game, they only had 11. So Rangers really tightened up defensively, not letting Nashville shoot, but Nashville doing exactly the same. But they were able to outshoot them. Didn't really matter. Outshoot. Face-off, 45.8, below 50. Classic Rangers. Power play went 0 for 2. Hits, 22-39 in favor of Nashville. So Nashville almost getting 40 hits in this game. Blocks, 13 apiece. The trivia question of the evening: who has the most power play goals when playing their first 600 games with the Rangers? Kreider is currently in second place with 68. But who is in first place? I didn't know the answer. It was Camille Henry with 115 power play goals in 600 games with the Rangers. That is absolutely crazy. And Kreider comfortably in second place with 68. But hey, you're in second place with a Rangers record, so Kreider's probably not going to feel too bad about that. 2 more power play goals, and he's at 70 for his career, which is not too shabby at all. The Rangers are back in action Tuesday in Colorado. That game is not on MSG. It is on ESPN+, so I am going to have to figure out a way to watch that game, as I do not have ESPN+. But then they are in Arizona Wednesday for a back-to-back. Hopefully Shesterkin is playing one of those games. Then they're back at home on Friday against the Vegas Golden Knights. So a road trip against Colorado, who really beat them up last time they met. And then Friday against a very good Golden Knights team. So the rest of this week could be kind of rough for the Rangers, but we will have to see. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next rundown.